Oh, dive on the GTR there, but he comes back at us. He doesn't want to give the position. We're too wide heading down the main straight. Hey guys, Adrian Racing here, back today with another video. So a few days ago, while I was sitting in bed suffering from chickenpox, actually, of all things, URD dropped a new mod pack for Assetto Corsa. So for those of you who don't know who United Racing Designs are, they brought us both the Glickenhaus and the Toyota WEC hypercars for the sim, as well as various other GTE cars. And what it is basically the full 2021 grid of 3 cars that race in the JT500 class in the Japanese Super GT series. So, I'll be honest with you, while I've seen footage of these cars and I know how cool they are, I don't actually know much about them, to be honest. So, like the professional YouTuber that I am, I decided to actually do some research before coming on and making this video. They all work off of a 2-litre inline-4 turbocharged engine, which puts out just over 650 horsepower and a minimum weight of 1,020 kilograms. This means that they are absolute rocket ships in a straight line, absolutely blasting past top speeds you see in GTE or GT3 cars. Now, unlike GT3 cars, they are silhouette cars, which means they are a bespoke engine and chassis with a shell on top that looks like the road original car. This makes them much faster and able to produce much more grip and downforce and power than their road car alternatives. A few years ago, back during the height of the tyre war and the aero war that you could see going on in GT500, these cars were capable of faster lap times than some non-hybrid Le Mans prototypes, which is absolutely insane for a GT car. The aero and suspension regulations were all pretty much just standard regulations and in a free-for-all. Aero, you could do whatever you want, no front dive planes, that is not within the regulations, which meant that they were absolute monsters around the track, and the racing in this series was absolutely awesome. Recently, stricter regulations on aero and standardized ECU and suspension parts have slowed the cars down compared to the mid-2010s. In fact, 2023 will be the last year that these regulations will use, the Class 1 regulations, which is sad to see, as it most likely means that another unique series will be replaced with GT3 cars. But, moving back to what we have on hand in Assetto Corsa today, I've got a car in front of me that has lots of grip, lots of power, sounds amazing, looks amazing, is highly detailed, drives awesome, and comes from a company that have produced brilliant content in the past. So I'm going to fire up Suzuka, because these cars, it's a Japanese racing series. The only tracks you can go to are Japanese tracks, and Suzuka's one of the best, if not one of the best tracks in the world. And we're going to go for a quick AI race here, just to see what these things are like. No VR today. My head's still a bit sore to put the helmet on, but we are going to be racing nonetheless. So without further ado, I will see you guys on the track. Alrighty, here we are on the grid. Oh, don't these cars sound good? And we are lights out, and away we go for a standing start. Now, Suzuka, what a track, and already we are barreling into the back of the car ahead of us. I was too busy looking at my dashboard there. We're just going to try and work our way through T1 into one piece. Ahead of us, we've got a GTR, we've got an NSX, and coming up our inside, we've got a car, I don't know what, we're going to try and find a gap. Maybe up the inside of our fellow Honda brethren. We somehow managed to make it through. The GTR behind us. Oh, up the hill maybe. Sneak through on the curb. Not quite able to make it. That's left us vulnerable to this GTR behind us. We understeer on the cold tyres. These things are an absolute nightmare when the tyres are cold. And now finally up through the gears we can go, unleashing that 2-litre inline-4 down towards Degner 1. Cars, whoa, and the AI basically stopped at Degner 2. Interesting. And now up towards the hairpin we go. How late do we dare brake? Maybe we can catch a few AI lacking. Oh, that was more than a couple of AI lacking as we send one up the inside there. They've got to get quite easy on the power. These things, no traction control, no ABS. Just a full driver skill. And some of these drivers, all these Japanese drivers, absolute madmen behind the wheel, would absolutely smash some pretty decent GT drivers, in my opinion. When it comes to racecraft, no one can beat these guys. And now finally onto the back straight we go, under the Panasonic bridge, under the Dunlop sign, 6th gear, 260, 270, 280 almost, small lift for 130R. And now hard on the brakes down into the final chicane. All the way down to 1st gear through this 6-speed flappy paddle gearbox. Car wanting to brake loose on the exit, and there is the first lap of 5 completed and a few positions made up. But man, oh man, these cars are so much fun. We've got a GTR looking to take the position on the inside, but we're not going to let him. We're going to chuck it into the first corner. Just trust that downforce. Car absolutely planted now these tyres are warmed. Just a small lift and then up through the S as we go. You can finally see in clear air just how much downforce and grip these things would have. I'd have to be braking and downshifting for every single one of these corners in a GT3 car. But no, these ones is just wait, and then hammer the throttle. And then let that power do its work. Just chuck it into Degner 1. Absolute trust in the car. Degner 2 on the power nice and early, even though we do get a big slide. Up to the hairpin once again. AI is slow through here. Oh, a little bit of a rear lock up there. Car wanting to get loose. Again, nice and easy on the power. These AI set quite difficult, so I wanted quite a bit of a challenge here. And they're giving me one. I can't quite catch this GTR ahead. But yeah, we got 3 cars in this pack. GTR, the Honda that we're driving, the NSX, and then the new GR Supra from the Toyota. Of course, they're not actually called this in the pack. They're whatever the non-copyrighted name is. But that's what they are. That's what they feel like. It's what they look like. It's certainly what they sound like. On 30R, turning early enough. Easy flat. Absolutely easy flat. Oh, dive on the GTR there, but he comes back at us. He doesn't want to give the position. We are too wide heading down the main straight, and it forces him to the lift, but he's still there on the outside, and we finally get clear. But he's going to go for the switchback. The sound of the cars echoing through the pit straight. I think he's going to dive us. Going to have to be hard on the brakes. And what a dive from the GTR. Oh, had to jump out of the way of that one. These AI are perfect, actually. They're racing super hard. Now these tyres have warmed up fully. Onto lap 3. You can finally feel what this car is all about, and it's so much fun to drive. Just inspires so much confidence. But if you get it wrong, it'll bite you. It's an old school race car. As I said, no electronic assists. Oh, I thought I was going to go very wide there. And 650 horsepower is no easy feat to try and get down on the ground. I can tell you that for sure. Oh, someone's had a big lock up there. That might have been me last lap. Not entirely sure. Don't tell. But anyway, up through the long right-hander we go, up towards Spoon Curve. Nothing I can do to try and catch these guys ahead. They are absolutely storming ahead. Come on, turn it in, turn it in, turn it in. On the power, on the power, on the power. There we go. Use all the exit. Building a nice little gap to the GTR behind. But yeah, if you have 10 euros to spare, again, this is a paid mod pack, but worth every penny in my opinion. This is right up there with the quality I'd expect to see from the likes of VRC, from the likes of RSS. And don't get me wrong, URD has had a reputation in the past. One that I've never personally understood, but it's had its reputation in the past for being not as high quality. But this, if you didn't believe it after the hypercars they brought out, then this certainly changes my opinion. This is an excellent car, built very well. Really just encapsulates what it's like to drive these things after doing the research and watching some footage. Oh, sorry, I saw a gap there and went for it. Ayrton Senna style, but couldn't quite make it stick. Grab some mates, jump online in one of these, and you're going to have a hell of a night. Hell of a night of fun. If not, the AI are absolutely excellent around here at Suzuka. And unlike real life, you're not just limited to Japanese circuits. Whoa! Big wiggle out of there. Bit too eager to get the throttle. These things would be so much fun at the likes of some European circuits. As we finally managed to make our move past that GTR, and now onto our fellow Honda up ahead. We'll have one more lap after we cross the line to try and catch him. Down into Spoon. We need a good exit out here on the throttle nice and early. Use all of that exit curb, which we do, and we finally put a little bit of gap between us and that red GTR. Now we can just duck into the slipstream. We're maybe 6-7 tenths behind. Completely flat through 130R, and he brakes. He brakes. That's going to give us the run into the chicane. Oh, that's very late on the brakes. All locked up, and we're bashing door to door. Mate got the wrong regulation. This ain't BTCC. Wrong touring cars, my guy. Is he still there on the outside? No, we're finally clear as we glance into the mirror. We have one more lap. We got one more Honda to try and catch. Just the amount of speed you can carry through these high-speed curves. It's not F1 speeds or Formula speeds, but man, for a GT car, these things are absolutely planted. And up here in a GT3, you just expect understeer. Suzuka in a GT3 car is just understeer for days, but no, these things absolutely planted. You drive it like a prototype, like it's got the downforce that it does have. Now into Techno 1 for the first time, and oh, those downshift sounds are absolutely sublime as they go into the tunnel there. We get the echo. Nice late dive. Ahead of this GTR, we've got a Supra. Can we try and beat one of the Supras at least? We should be able to get this GTR. Maybe a late dive into Spoon, or do we just wait and try and out-drag him? I'm going to try and get the exit off of Spoon and then out-drag him up towards 130R, but we get the second half of Spoon all sorts of wrong. Oh, it's a bit wide. Oh no, it's way too wide on the exit. That's going to leave us vulnerable to attack from behind. That Honda's coming. He's coming. Going to sit defensive, and he decides to not go for it. Is he going to think about a move maybe into the chicane? These AI can brake very late, but he brakes through 130R. And we get a very nice run through the chicane, and we are going to come across the line. We couldn't get that other blue GTR in the end, and we finished 23rd, starting 30th. But man, oh man, these cars are fun. These cars are so much fun. They're difficult to drive, but inspire so much confidence with the grip that they have. They're, yeah, hats off to URD. Absolutely hats off. You guys have done an excellent job on these cars, and I'm going to be putting a lot of hours into these. I think just hot lapping and taking them out around lots of Japanese circuits. So any Japanese circuits that you know of, link to me in the comments below. The link for this car will also be in the description below. If you guys have enjoyed, then please leave a like, subscribe if you want to as well. I will be back soon with more videos and streams as well, which you can find over on my Twitch of the same name. All that's left me to say is thank you very much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. See you later, boys.